Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Woo! We're back. All tan. Both of us tan.
Ooh, looking good, really.
That forehead of yours got a little toasty at some point. It's not bad right now, but I can tell that at some point it got roasted.
It'll be because I spent 12 hours helping my mother-in-law move yesterday.
It wasn't anything to do with the vacation.
It had nothing to do with the week I was on the beach, 3 days I was in St. Louis. It was all because yesterday I moved from the great state of Kentucky to the great state of Kentucky, Tompkinsville to Gamale, all day long, back and forth.
Oof.
It was,
Yeah.
If my mother-in-law didn't appreciate me and the great Brooks Comer before yesterday,
But she does now.
by God, she better.
Well, there you go.
Because that woman, I believe she goes into places and says, give me the biggest furniture you got.
If there's, and that always makes sense because she's a huge woman too. Was she about 7 foot tall?
I was like, I'm not going there.
No, I'm talking about
fairly good shape.
I'm talking about her height.
7'2", yeah.
She's 7'2" at least. She needs that extra long everything. As far as I can tell.
Her entertainment center for her living room was 8 foot tall, at least.
Yeah, she passed 3 foot tall, finally, looks like.
It was a miserable job yesterday.
Well, how was your vacation?
Well, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the cesspool of the South, Panama City.
You went
to Hawaii. I don't give a shit about Panama City.
Let's hear about Panama, though.
Because chronologically, it happened
makes
first.
sense, right?
It happened first. I'll give you a couple little stories.
Well, tell me.
It was good. It was fine. You never feel like you're on vacation when you got children, really, from a relaxation standpoint.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's like, I bet you got there and had you a big time on the beach.
But did you?
Did you get old? Well, here's the deal.
Did you take a 20-month-old with you?
I didn't. I took a goddamn whatever Jack is. He's 1.
Okay.
He'll be 2 in September.
Right.
That's how it actually works.
Yeah.
You dumbasses. Stop it. Just another PSA before this starts.
Yeah.
Due to graphic nature of some things going on our podcast behind the scenes, if I'm no longer going to tell you and condition you guys that if you're our friends and you get talked about, that it's a joke and we mean well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer going to precondition people to this fact. I would like right now, just like if you've been
mentioned.
No, what's those commercials that come on late at night? If you've been, if you've got asbestos, if you've got all this stuff, all this stuff. Yeah. If you've been affected by the One Lane Road podcast, we're deeply sorry. There's a gift package in the mail now. So from here going forward, if you don't have thick skin, and we love you,
just go ahead and text.
Go ahead and text us.
We'll make a list of names going forward. We'll put it on the wall, and if you don't want your name brought up,
I've got a legal pad right here. Like those deadbeats, they put up the signs at the gas station. Don't take checks on these people.
Right. We're gonna put
a list.
Don't say this name on the podcast anymore.
If you don't want your name mentioned, if you're a dish it out but can't take it kind of guy, or if you're just sensitive, I'm a sensitive guy. I get butthurt. Lucas gets in his feelings a little bit. But if going forward, if you're our friend, if you're not our friend, if you don't want your name mentioned on this podcast because you're going to get all panties in a wad,
text,
we want to know because I don't want to lose friendships
anymore
or any less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Text, call, email.
Thank you.
Otherwise, let us know.
And it's the last freaking time I'm going to mention it on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm tired of being the heel here.
Going forward, it's your responsibility to let us know not to mention your name.
Dr. Don, I'm a heel. Little Jim Cornette, Conrad on Bruce. And anyway, back to Panama. Back to regular scheduled programming here. So I've seen some odd dudes.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing.
I don't doubt it.
You don't get relaxation because you sit on the chair and it's already a hindrance for a 250-pound man like myself to get up out of that beach chair that's 3 inches in the sand. You know what I'm saying?
It's so far up, your head's behind your ass, you can't get out of it. It's miserable.
And you just know somebody's sitting there watching,
they're watching
with
you.
my 265, 75, 16 Michelin. See, there, folks, there is some self-deprecation that I can do on this show.
Yeah.
I just made fun of my 265, 75, 16 Michelin spare tire midsection. The middle-age spread hit me hard.
Wait till we get to Hawaii. I'll tell you about some shit.
Look at us, just making fun of ourselves. God forbid we make fun of anybody else. Anyway. You will finally, by the time you finally get up out of the water, you sip one beer. Middle child wants to hit the waves. That's fun. Come back, get relaxed. Wife out there tanning with my aunt. You know, she's apparently taking the week off. My aunt says, halfway through, Lindsay needs a break. My aunt just all week. You need to do something with these boys. Lindsay needs a break. Finally, it's my vacation too.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's off for the summer. I still work every day.
Yeah.
It's my vacation too.
Yeah. Why don't you take care of them a little bit? Go there and take care of them a little bit.
So no, but then you get comfortable again, and somebody wants to build a sandcastle. Then you get comfortable again. Your 14-year-old decides he's going to come out of not sleeping his life away anymore. Yeah. He's going to come down and join the party. You're going to throw some football. Yeah, it's fun. It's all good. What we did find out is the Ocean Reef down in Panama doesn't play when it comes to security guards.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Blart, whatever.
Mall cop.
He had nothing on this gentleman. He was a fair-haired, white-haired, Humpty Dumpty, little pudge going on, tucked in polo over his khaki shorts, tall white socks, Velcro shoes.
Oh, yeah.
The whole deal. Hey, sir, where's your wristband? You had to have wristbands to be in the pool to prove you're a resident of the Ocean Reef.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that guy was one thing. He come up to our room one day, and my aunt was up there smoking like a freight train. There's no smoking anywhere on the facilities, and she's up there. And he goes, "Sir, I know you're someone's up here vaping, and that's your fair warning." I said, "Well, nobody's vaping."
Yeah, for sure, nobody's vaping.
I didn't tell a lie. No lies were spotted because she was smoking Marlboros.
Yeah,
there was no vape.
Yeah,
she's 68 years old. She's not vaping.
She does the real thing.
Yeah. And but I didn't say no one's smoking. I said no one's vaping because that's where he chose. That's the violence he chose. You know?
Yeah.
So all that to be said, day shifter was serious.
Yeah.
Okay. I had not met night shift, and in this case, probably third shift. One night I went out. The only time I went out to myself, there's a Tootsie's close by, so I went out and checked it out one night. What I love about the Tootsies in Nashville is everybody's got cowboy boots on. They got swimming trunks on in Panama.
Oh, yeah.
People don't care. Yeah. They're just rolling in dressed however.
Yeah.
One guy, oh, my God, Jersey Shore, eat your heart out, had a Florida Gators basketball jersey on with ripped jorts, Fila shoes, the best tan, jewelry, like the big, thick, chunky jewelry. I wish I could have snuck a picture. But I didn't. So I come back late that night. Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Security guard sitting there with his phone. I said, "Get off your ass. Let's do something." He said, "Excuse me?"
Yeah.
I said, "Look, buddy." I said, "You're already behind the 8 ball." I said, "Day shift mall cop." I said, "He's on another level." I said, "Can you admit that? We on the same page right now about this?" He goes, "I don't know what you mean." I said, "Because he's always on the grounds. I've been watching you. You do nothing. You sit that little post. I said, you're probably watching a little Pornhub right now. Quite frankly, it's a little weird."
Yeah.
I said, "Come on."
Yeah.
He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "We're going to go do some security guard shit."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He said, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I said, "You tell me why day shifter can be running around all over the premises, but you can't leave this post?"
Yeah.
I said, "Come on, what's your name, kid?" He goes, "My name's Marlon." And I said,
"Yeah, you're lying to me, Marlon."
He said, What's funny about that?" I said, "Marlon, you're white, Marlon."
Yeah.
Despite your little stupid curly hair, maybe a little bit of a Jerry curl going on. I said,
"You're white.
You're white, Marlon." Yeah. He went, "Okay, and where are you going with this?" I said, "Come on, man." I said, it's late night. I said, somebody's probably in that swimming pool. It's not supposed to be in there after 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Somebody's having sex on the beach. Let's go cock block some people, Marlon. Let's go raise some hell. You got a golf cart we can jump on? I said, "Grab that flashlight. Let's go raise some hell." He goes, "Sir, you're a little out of line."
As a matter of fact, no, I'm not, Marlon. Here's the thing, Marlon. You need to You need to quit taking your job so fucking seriously. You're a security guard for a hotel
On third shift.
on third shift, buddy.
You know what I told him?
You're a little out of line, sir.
He said,
yeah.
well, you ain't seen out of line
Yeah.
yet.
You think I was out of line before? Watch the fuck out now.
Yeah, now you've put it to
Yeah.
a whole other level,
Yeah,
Marlon.
this is your fault now, actually, Marlon.
And I said, how old of a guy are you? He said, I'm 19. I said, you're aging.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you're aging horribly.
Yeah.
I said, you look my age, Marlon.
As a matter of fact, I can tell that you are 19 and think you're 40. You're 49. You're taking yourself way too seriously. Call me out of line.
Well, the story,
Yeah.
Marlon just keeps on pushing me. And I said, finally, he said, sir, I can't leave. I said, what if shit pops off? What are you going to do? You're going to be like, I can't leave.
Yeah,
No. I said, what do you think day shift cop's doing right now? I said, he's got to be here in 4 hours? I said, he's right now at home watching videotape of himself.
Oh, yeah.
I said, he's got the video footage pulled up. He's watching himself do some shit. I said, every now and then he'll throw a little kick in, a little judo chop every now and then. He's watching himself walk to a balcony because this is his life. Marlon, you don't want that life.
Right.
I said, let's go do some security guard shit now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, son, I'll get fired. I said, so what? You get fired at 19 years old from the Ocean Reef. You can go over here to the Blue Oyster any night and get a job. I said, let's go.
Yeah.
He goes, is this your car right here? I said, it is, Marlon. You've been creeping on us a little bit. Your aunt hit my vehicle last night. I said, my apologies to my aunt. She was also smoking, but don't tell day shift that. Okay?
Yeah.
And I said, so what are we doing here, Marlon? He goes, well, it's a little bit of a girl car, isn't it?
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah.
He's trying to break out of his shell now.
Yeah, Marlon's turned out Marlon's a comedian.
Yeah.
And I said, it is a girl car, I guess a little bit. And he goes, well, why is it such a girl car if you're such a badass man? I said, because it's my wife, you fucking dipshit. That's why.
Because I'm married with 3 kids.
Yeah, that's why,
And
Marlon. You know,
I'm outnumbered here, buddy.
that's why we're driving a girl car.
Yeah.
If a Traverse
Yeah.
per se is
Yeah.
a girl car.
You Sylvester Stallone looking motherfucker. Where's your jacked up Jeep at?
Well, come to find out, we made that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
He said, well, what do you drive then? I said, man, I drive a normal Silverado. I'm 37 years old. I'm not trying to prove anything. It's a normal Silverado. Well, that's why you didn't drive it, because it wouldn't have made it here from Tennessee.
He's a Ford guy.
Yeah, well, I said, what do you drive, Marlon? He gave me the little finger nod over there. And he said, that Dodge.
Oh, yeah.
I said, congratulations, Marlon. You're the only person I know that spent $60,000 on a truck, still can't get pussy. Congratulations, Marlon.
Good job, buddy.
You curly-headed.
How's it going? How's it going with the ladies?
I said, so last time I'm going to ask you this before I take things in my own hands, Marlon.
Yeah.
Are we going to do some security guard shit or not? He said, I can't. And I said, okay.
Give me that flashlight.
I said, watch out. And I pulled out a chair. I pulled his chair out of his thing, set it on the thing. Next thing you know, the little Tahoe comes out of the parking garage. I jump up. I said, ma'am, stop. And she said, no. He said, no, you don't have to. I said, shut up, Marlon. I said, ma'am, I need to see your license and your wristband, your Ocean Reef wristband to prove you're staying here. She goes, I've been in here like 2 nights, 2 times this tonight. I said, it was before my shift started. And he said, nah. I said, shut up, Marlon. Sit your big ass down. Marlon goes about 4.
Oh, I guarantee
he dropped
it.
about 4 bills on that.
Yeah.
Velcro shoes as well, compression socks. And she goes, okay, well, hold just a second. I've got my license. And I said, well, Kelly, here's the deal. My mother always told me nothing good ever happened after midnight.
You're up to no good right now.
I said, so where are you trying to go? She goes, oh, I've got a friend over here. And I said, well, we call that a booty call.
Yeah. Yep.
I said, congrats on your booty call, Kelly. She goes, wow, really? No, it's a girl. I said, well, there's the one thing about it. I said, it's 2021. Me and Marlon, we don't judge.
I don't care what you're doing.
If you want to get down a little cat on cat violence, that's all you,
Kelly.
girl. Go have a cat bath.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Right.
And she goes, no, that's my friend. He goes, Marlon finally stands up. He goes, you actually don't have to listen to him. He's not employed here at the Ocean Reef. And she goes, what? And I said, what? My straight cash homie shirt didn't
clue you into the fact that I don't work at the Ocean Reef.
I said, I don't care, Kelly. I don't care about
I don't care what you're doing,
license, your wristband, or that you're getting railed at 12:52 right now.
I flagged you down just to see what you're doing. And I don't have any responsibility whatsoever.
You're free to go, Kelly.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you don't have to listen to anything I say.
And she said, she starts laughing because she loves it.
Oh,
she
yeah.
leaves. I said, Marlon, see?
That's how you do it, Marlon.
I said, Marlon.
Go trade your Dodge in on a girl car and then do that. Do that, Marlon.
Because you're going to do much better.
Yeah. Yeah, get rid of that Dodge that you think means something. Cut that curly hair. Go do a push-up. Do some security guard shit.
Now he said, don't your wife want to see you? I said, probably not.
Oh, God, no.
I said, but I'm going up. I'm going to go up now that I've showed you how to do your job.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
So the next night about 6:30, we come down and I look at him. It's like a
you hit him with
John Wayne, Clint Eastwood kind of look. I'm gazing, kind of just staring off at him, and he goes, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I said, "I'll see you in a few hours. It's too early to deal with you right now."
Yeah.
And he said, "Please take that guy back to Tennessee." So the day shifter catches a clue of me.
Oh yeah.
We're leaving, and I said, "What up?" He goes, "Hello."
Hi.
I said, "Had some fun with Marlon down here the other night." "Yeah, he told me." I said, "I caught the tone that you just presented that in. Now I can respect it."
Yeah.
I guess you heard all the stories, and I didn't fool with him. So we put it in reverse, and I backed up, and I rolled in the window. And I said, "Keep the streets safe."
Oh yeah.
Here at the Ocean Reef.
Yeah. If anybody can, you can, day shift.
While he was watching a Monday Night Raw on Peacock Network from 2011. I know it because I'm a wrestling nerd myself. And I recognize the John Cena Miz feud prior to WrestleMania 27 that me and Dr. Don were at. Okay.
I feel better knowing that the Ocean Reef is safe.
It's safe as hell.
Day shift on the ball right now. Marlon, get rid of that Dodge.
Marlon. That was really the only good story that I had on the. I met a kid in the pool who was. I've never seen a more swimming loving child, and he's from Georgia, North Georgia, and me and Bayless were in the pool one day, and Daddy throwing me up, so I'm throwing him. He goes, yeah, he was a lick lipper.
Oh, God.
Like LL Cool J, but not sensual.
Right.
Just creepy a little bit.
Yeah.
This kid was anywhere from probably 13 to 15. I don't know. He goes, yeah, when I was a kid, we always made the people, like my uncles, dad, whoever, we'd always have them throw me up in the pool, and we'd do it all day long. They would just throw us up all the time.
You know what the only response to that actually is to face palm that little shit back into the water. That's the only thing. That's the only responsible thing to do in that situation when the 13-year-old comes up to you. Yeah.
He was one story. I said, said that's just a kid thing, man. Everybody loves to be thrown when they're kids. Yeah, we got on up there and we would we would there was a sign that said
don't do it.
Don't jump, no diving. But
yeah.
He said we would go run off the side, off the deck, and who could stop us? Because it was our family pool. And I said, "Oh God, this kid, man." Then he said, their favorite thing was back in my little town, North Georgia. You couldn't shoot fireworks in our town, and well. We would go buy fireworks and boom, we'd shoot them off all night.
Oh, you rebel.
Well, now it's legal, when it's not hardly as fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get it, rebel.
We got some dogs, man. Y'all got dogs? I said, man,
no.
we got a whole. No, I fucked up.
No.
I told him, I said, yeah, we got dogs. I love dogs.
Yeah.
Why can't I just be normal and say no?
Yeah.
He goes, well, one thing I loved about swimming my pups.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're golden retrievers, and they're good dogs anyway. Man, they love them some water time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was creeped out by them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much, kid,
He followed me from the hot tub to the pool.
Guarantee it. Show him your piece. Tell him to get out of here. That's what he's after.
Well,
just get out.
I'm not even joking about that. I'm not even gonna act like that's a funny joke.
Yeah, you did act like it was.
In reality, it's not. It's uncalled for. Lucas.
Yeah, it's uncalled for, and that was a nervous laugh. So
we finally got away from the little creep.
Yeah.
Then as we were checking out, we run into his grandma, whose grandma was the exact same way talking to my aunt.
God.
Yeah, we live in North Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh, God dang.
Oof.
Good trip. How so are you?
It was good.
Did you get laid while you're there?
No, we did not. So we've traveled for 14 hours the first day. You know how that goes with a 1-year-old flying in 2 different airplanes?
Brother, we can't even go Red Bowling with a 1-year-old. I can imagine how a plane went.
Hey, guess what, though? Fantastically. My kid never complained once. Neither one of my kids complained. Flew like champs the whole time. However, on the 8-hour flight from Chicago to Hawaii, I couldn't sit with my family. I had to sit in another row because they didn't have 4 seats in a row. So I had to sit it somewhere. The kid that sat beside of me did not handle flying near as well as my 2 kids did. But when we got into Hawaii, we were getting ready to land. We hit a little turbulence, on that last 10, 15 miles, plane bouncing all over the place. Yeah. We had probably 20. What are they? Where the brand Boy Scouts? We had about 20 Boy Scouts. The first Boy Scout troop I've ever actually seen out in the wild.
Oh, they've been touched.
Oh yeah, there's anywhere from 13 to 18, somewhere in that 13 to 18-year-old little boy that was sitting behind. Mask on, Nazis, mask on the whole time. Do not take it off. Don't pull it down where you can breathe out of your nose. Flight attendant's coming through, telling you to pull it back up. Little boy that was a Boy Scout couldn't handle all that turbulence and threw up. Oh, you know what he didn't do, though? He didn't grab a bag. You know what else he didn't do? Pull down his mask. Kept that mask on like the flight attendants told him to. If you've not ever seen anybody throw up into a mask, it's one of the most depressing and funny and one of the funniest things you've ever seen, because it comes right back at you. It don't come out.
It don't go anywhere. Actually, just kind of.
No, it comes out. It actually comes out of the mask.
Yeah, I mean, underneath a little bit.
Both ways. It comes up and down.
I didn't see the up coming.
Yeah, he didn't either. Seeing as how his eyes were a little bit open, he didn't see it coming either. It hit him right in the face and his hair. I've never seen somebody throw up forward and get it up in their hair. Always so embarrassed. And he was at that age too. He was probably one of the youngest ones. He was at the age that he really thought it mattered that he had threw up and got sick. So it really embarrassed him.
It's a thing.
When you're that old, it's a thing. It wouldn't have bothered me.
You wouldn't have minded if you puked and it went all over your face and on public.
It wouldn't have bothered me. I'd have probably laughed about it.
Apologize for mispronouncing public on my own show. It's public, by the way.
But that was the only that was the only bad part. I didn't even think it was bad. I thought it was funny.
This guy was right next to you?
He was right behind Camden. As soon as I saw him start to get sick, he gave it the old before he started, and I reached and started grabbing stuff out of the floor because I knew it was coming. But what it didn't occur to me was the fact that he had his jacket in his lap and he had that mask on. I seen it going forward in my mind because that's where it goes.
Yeah. Ordinarily.
I didn't see it going back into his face and down into his lap, So I jerked all this stuff up out of the floor and it didn't go into the floor. Poor kid. He just ate it.
You think Cub Scouts would be better trained on stuff
like that? You'd think,
It's a little disappointing.
I'd grab that first like that. I started grabbing stuff. The woman sitting behind him was like a ninja. Reached grabbed that throw up bag out of her thing and slapped it in his lap from behind him. Had it in his lap, like, here, throw up into this. Don't throw up in the floor. And one of the guys beside of him had snatched one and laid his lap. He had 2 bags in his lap and one in the seat in front of him. He decides to throw up into his own face.
He's been really programmed
to
not take that mask off.
Don't take that mask off. I offered him some baby wipes because we got, one of the best things about having kids is baby wipes.
Yeah.
We had them. And I said, you want some baby wipes? He goes, no, I'm fine. And he wasn't. He obviously wasn't fine. You need some baby wipes. You need some baby wipes. And then like 2 or 3 minutes later, he couldn't even look at me. He goes, it's just so low. I wasn't looking at him and looking forward. How about them baby wipes? Just real low off in the background. I said, how about them baby wipes? I was, you still got some of them baby wipes? And I turned around and said, are you talking to me, buddy? He said, you still got some of the baby wipes? I said, yes, I do. Hold on just a second. I reached over to Kara and got some baby wipes, handed it to him. I said, you good? And his counselor was sitting there beside of him, and she was like, can I have a couple of them too? Because she's trying to clean puke off the poor kid too. Oh, it's pitiful.
So in this kid's weakest moment,
yeah,
you make him repeat it twice.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Only in retrospect do I know that he was saying about them baby wipes because I was just sitting there in my own world. He said, about them baby wipes. Are you talking to me? Yeah. How about them baby wipes? I'm sorry. Yes.
What did you think he was whispering to? Did you see the Suns game last night?
I didn't even know he was talking to me.
Oh, shit.
He wasn't looking at me. Like, I'm over here to his left. He's looking at the back of the seat in front of him. Won't even look at me. Poor kid.
So when you got to Hawaii, first off, I hate your kids' stories always trump my kids' stories that your kids are well behaved and act like somebody. My wife came to go to Walmart. She sent me a Snapchat of her going to Walmart a minute ago. She's about one more child breakdown from driving her Traverse off Del Hollow Dam. I mean, our kids, Bayless is those terrible twos still hadn't worn off.
Oh yeah.
It's like he one-ups Jack anyway.
Yeah.
It's a bad deal right now. Our kids are
In a mess right now.
BANNAS.
Mine did fantastic flying the whole time.
Of course it did.
Got down there and sunburned my head the first day, only in the spots where I'm losing my hair. Everything else was fine. Had a guy trying to steal some shit out of our stroller while we were down there. We were at a lagoon swimming, people everywhere. And Kara goes, honey, check this out. And I turn around and look, and this woman has fallen down like beside of our stroller. And not like a catastrophic fall. It was just like one of these like fake ass falls where she was just trying to get close to it. And so I start walking in, and they've gotten up. She's walked off, but she says something to her kid. And her kid's probably 16, 17, something like that. And he makes like 2 laps past the stroller while I'm walking towards the stroller myself. And by the time I get there, he's making that reach down towards trying to get stuff out of the stroller. As I get up there, I said, hey, how about it? And he pulls his hand back and looks at me and just keeps walking like it didn't happen. I was like, I saw you doing that. And then he just kind of like, there's so many people around. He just like wanders and like weaves his way into all these people, and he's gone. He's just gone. At this point in time. And I thought, what kind of shit is that? They've come over here just to start stealing stuff. And it was like a mother and son team of some sort.
So she failed to get everybody's attention.
Yeah.
And then
And then he comes in and like makes sure what's going on. And he made like 2 laps through to make sure nobody could see him. I don't know how he missed the swamp thing coming out of the lagoon of me coming up through there, but he did. He missed me completely. He never even seen my eyes until I said, hey, how about it? And I was reaching for him as he was reaching down into the stroller. I was like, what kind of shit is this?
Well, obviously he's not from Tennessee because he just said, don't know it.
Don't know? Yeah.
That's the thing. He's a foreigner.
He didn't know it. He didn't know it. I thought, well, there you go. I had a lot of people with how about it?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get one, don't know
Sons of bitches.
it. Didn't get one of them. Went to see the Pearl Harbor Memorial while we were down there. That was awesome.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was fantastic. There's 500,000 gallons of oil still in the USS Arizona that haven't leaked out in 80 years.
There's no way I would have ever known that.
It's still a thing. It's still leaking out after 80 years. So we start on our way to Pearl Harbor. There's no easy way to get to anything down there. No cheap way. There's no cheap way to do anything on that island. So, it's like $40 cab ride to go an hour anyway, anywhere, anytime during the day.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, to go 7 miles, it's $40.
You said an hour. Takes an hour.
7 miles, $40, 1 hour. It's all the same.
Okay.
But you can take the bus ride. You can take the bus to get there. So we all decided to take the bus. We got probably 13, 14 people on this bus as we're going across it. We went down there for a wedding. One of Kara's family members got married. So there's like 14 people going out to the memorial. I'm sitting there thinking, this is my own fault. We're about halfway there, and I think, I don't know if I made Camden go to the restroom before we left or not. We've been on the bus for about 30 minutes. I'm thinking, man, it's going to be cutting it close if we make it all the way to Pearl Harbor Memorial before he has to get off and potty. And I'm thinking about this about the time he leans over and like touches my arm and goes, Dad, I need to go to the restroom. I thought, that was my fault. I did that. I brought that into existence. So I hit the old stop, and we got off. Camden and I got off right in the middle of wherever, Waikiki, Honolulu, wherever we were at. And we hit up a Jollibee. Well, on the way to the Jollibee, walking down the sidewalk, there's a homeless person laying on the sidewalk talking to herself. I'll make it around her, just get past it. Make it to this Jollibee, which is like a KFC. I don't know why they call it a Jollibee, but it's a KFC. We get in there. We go use the restroom. I said, I'm going to have to call a cab to make up the difference here. You want to get something to eat while we're waiting on the cab? And he said, yeah. Get him something, get him back there and sit him down on the table. I see this other homeless woman walking in at this point in time, wild-eyed already. I just sat down. I sit down behind a wall where Camden's not really visible, and Camden can't see what's going on. And we're trying to just be to ourselves in there, and I hear hey, how you doing? I I look around, see if there's any chance it's not me that she's talking to. And there's no one else there. The workers are not paying her any attention. I said, how about it? She goes, just having one of them days, just got up, just hitting it. I was like, oh, all right. Well, have a good one. And I go back to paying attention to Camden, not looking at her. She goes, you think there's any chance you could help me out with a drink? I said, you know what? All I have is a card. She goes, you don't think they take those here?
Ooh.
I said, as a matter of fact, they don't. I was just up there. They don't even take them here. She said, oh, okay. Well, I'll just go up here and get the free water then. I said, yeah, you might as well just go ahead and get that free water then. She goes, I'll be up here. I said, all right, go on. Well, so she walks on another 3 steps. She turns around. She said, I apologize. I'm a little wild right now. My voice is a little high. It'll be better in a little bit. It's just because of the physical pain. It'll all go away when I get a Vicodin in me in a little bit. I thought, just admitted to it right there in the middle of the store as to what was going on. I was like, well, good luck with that. She goes, thank you. Have a good day. I said, you too. And then she goes up there, and they won't give her a cup of water. God knows how many times a day she comes in there asking for a cup of water, whatever the hell she is. And then she starts on her way back out. She goes, this is bullshit. I can't believe this. The water's free. Ain't the water free? The woman said, it's free if you buy something else. If you're in here to eat, the cup of water is free to go with it. I said, well, it's free. I'll have it. And she turned around and looked at me. She said, can you believe this? Can you believe that they won't give me a cup of free water? I said, I don't know what to tell you, hon. I can't help you out. And she walks out. Cab gets there. And the guy that's driving the cab parks in such a way that we're blocked from 2 other guys that are over here talking to themselves and like having some kind of whirlwind thing happening so that Camden and I can get in the car without having to interact with those people. Homeless people all over the place done are crazy ones. Just like being in any other big city. So I asked the cab driver, I said, what's up with this? I said, they all look like mainlanders. None of them look like they're from Hawaii. Yeah. He said, they're not. I said, how do you get to Hawaii and then become homeless? I said, because it seems like if you were making the decision to come to Hawaii, that requires some amount of money that you probably knew before you got down here. Seems like it'd be hard to get down here and then get homeless. He said, oh, that's not what happened. He said, back a few years ago, and he said, and I done it, and he said, I didn't know. I said, I drove some of them out here. He said, mainland government, up in the cold places, Maine, New York, all those places like that, he said, took all their homeless people off the streets whenever it was cold. Took them in for about 2 weeks, got them cleaned up, got them straightened up, got them some new clothes, got them on a plane ticket, and sent them down here. They'd bought some government housing and set up some government housing out here, gave them a place and $500 to stay for however amount of time until they get on their feet. Well, those people would start running through that $500, and as that $500 went away in their month of time or whatever that they had to get a job lapsed, he said all of a sudden they're homeless. He said, and we did that for a few years before we realized that, hey, all these people are becoming homeless. Where's all these homeless people coming from? He said, he's been a cab driver for 34 years. He said, in my 34 years, he said, I picked up no telling how many people from the airport and drove my brother to that government housing without knowing that's what I was doing. He said, they didn't look homeless when they come down here, but he said, you're government. Because, it's not part of, the island stuff. He said, you're government. Clean these people up, send them over to us that we have to deal with them now. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
You sent them to the most beautiful place in the world.
Yeah, to do what we did to it.
To drop the ball.
Drop the ball on it.
But they could also find a job.
They could have, and there was plenty of job opening signs down there.
I'm sure. Yeah. Sure of that.
They didn't want it.
Well, that lady taking Vicodin like it's 1995 for her.
I know. She just wanted one.
She moved on to some new school drugs.
I don't know.
Come on, lady. Vicodins are for Mark McGuire and Brett Favre.
I had one Japanese man that was a cab driver that was pretending not to be Japanese. And the only reason I knew he was Japanese was because I used to work with a Japanese company. And he was clearly Japanese and was pretending to be Vietnamese.
Well, I'm proud of you to know the difference.
He just, it might be looked down upon to some degree to be Japanese around Pearl Harbor. I don't know. But there was a lot of other ethnicities around through there. I wouldn't have thought, let's pretend not to be Japanese.
What's the main distinctive trait between a Japanese person and a Vietnamese person?
I couldn't look at them and tell you, but it's the way, it's like the their inflections and the way they pronounce things. You know, the Japanese language just has a certain way that you hear it.
Like
and
shrimp
I've heard
fried rice. How would they say that?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it.
Okay,
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
How would China? I would love to know the distinct difference between Chinese, Japanese, and Vietnamese. If you said shrimp fried rice, how all three cultures would say shrimp fried rice.
I'm not going to do that. I will say that I had a Vietnamese guy drive us around one day. That he says that their form of communism in Vietnam is Chinese communism, and that China very much runs Vietnam. I did not know that.
Yeah, LeBron James is their president.
Yeah. If anybody really thinks that socialism is the way to go, they should speak to this Vietnamese cab driver that I had that helped smuggle people out of Vietnam so that the government wouldn't kill them between 1975 and 1987. In that 12-year stretch, he was a very interesting guy to talk to. He said, "Y'all are a bunch of idiots over there. Y'all think that communism's the way to go." He said, He said it sounds good, and he said, and whenever they put it in posters, he said all that stuff sounds right. He said it's just how they do it. He said they never get it right. He said, and all of a sudden, if the people that are in charge, say the people in Vietnam that are in charge, said the 30-year-old has been perfectly fine his entire life, that all of a sudden decided that he didn't want to do what the guy in China told him to do. He wanted to do his own thing. Then he said it's so weird how he's been perfectly fine his entire life, never been sick, never done anything. All of a sudden, falls out of a 4th-story window of a building. He said, and it had been fine his whole life, and all of a sudden he can't walk past a window on a 4th-story building and falls to his death. He said, but then tomorrow somebody new's in charge. All right. I said, that is strange.
It's a rough life out there.
Rough life in the Vietnamese.
Your meeting got a little darker than mine.
Yeah.
You got more.
I talked a lot. I got him pretty. It's an hour to anywhere. You get pretty in depth with him out there.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. We ate at a food truck. There's this food truck place on the north part of the island. Had probably 30 food trucks parked around through there. It's fantastic food.
How was Hawaii though?
It was great. Great after you get out of the city. The city part was awful. It's like any other city. The hotel was beautiful, but it's a city. You're in a city. You know, it's like being in downtown Nashville, but there just happens to be an ocean over there.
Where did you stay? You stayed in the city?
Yeah, we stayed in the city. You can either go to a resort, the one resort that's in the north part of the island that's beautiful, but there's nothing around, or you can stay in the city where everything's around, but you know you've got to be in a very specific location to see the.
I got to give y'all much respect. I mean, like I know people that won't go to people's. Like if right now, I have not went to weddings in Cookeville.
Oh yeah,
because I'm like, man, I don't really have time to go to.
We'll fly to Hawaii to go to your wedding.
I take some balls for that person to be like, hey guys, we're getting married in Hawaii. Would you like to join?
But you know, we rented a car and drove around the island one day. That was fun. Oh yeah, the island's beautiful. You got to get out of the city though.
Yeah, piss on that city.
Yeah, piss on the city. The island's beautiful. We drove past the Dole plantation while we was out there. You know Dole pineapple?
I've heard of it. I have.
That cat owns like a huge plantation out there.
Well, I'm glad it went well.
Yeah.
Glad it went well.
We
enjoyed it.
I talked to some guys that pig hunt on the island, had a bunch of dogs, and like they have these Toyota trucks that got big cages on the back of it. And not like, you know how you'll see guys driving around with dog boxes on the back of their truck here?
Yes.
These guys don't do dog boxes down there. They literally build a cage over the top of their truck and then put all of their dogs in the back of the truck. You might see somebody have 3 or 4 dogs on the back of their truck here. These cats had 12 or 15 on the back of their truck going pig hunting.
Well, that's what we're going to need here if the stuff don't stop. We've got wild hogs, black bears here.
Yeah. He said, where are you from? And I told him I was in Tennessee. He goes, oh, yeah. He said, we need to come up there. I've heard there's some pigs in Tennessee. I said, oh, they're everywhere. There are now. He said, we might find one, we might not. I said, oh, well, you go with me. Load up and fly back to Tennessee with me. I'll show you where some are at.
Yeah. J.B. Stone just put on his game cam the other day, a big black bear in Willieville and Riley Creek.
There you go. There was one come through here in Clay County back last year. Probably the same one, realistically.
I doubt it.
Well, that's true. Maybe not.
Doubt it. So, Well, what else has been going on in the last month we hadn't recorded the show?
I don't know. Wild chickens all over that island. That's the only other thing that I really can remember. There's wild chickens all over that island. You know how you see like stray dogs everywhere here sometimes? They have stray chickens all over that island. In the middle of the city, there'd be a bunch of chickens.
The government sent them down there.
Well, one of the cab drivers. I talked to a lot of cab drivers. One of the cab drivers told me, he said, there's a lot more of those chickens prior to COVID. He said, whenever y'all stop coming down here for that year, he said, and all that money stopped flowing in, he said, there's a lot more of those wild chickens floating all over the place prior to that. He said, people got hungry in the middle of COVID. I said, no shit.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Right.
My Lucas Hickman voice, all right. People of Walmart have struck. You done with your
I'm
writing?
done. I mean, I think you lost interest a while ago. So yeah.
I didn't lose interest. I was with you.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to see where the turn was going.
That was it.
No fun stories with the family down there?
Well, all those happened with the family. I was with the family on every one of them.
How terrified was Kara? 10 out of 10.
Never was.
She's OG.
Oh yeah,
She's OG.
She's tougher than I am. Don't worry about nothing.
Setting the bar pretty low.
That's true. I realistically, if you're somewhere with me, I'll worry enough for both of us.
Yeah.
You know. So
I'm just really interested about Hawaii. I just think it's just a beautiful.
It's a beautiful place. You have to get up on the north and the east side of the island. We were on Oahu. We weren't on the big island. It's like the third or fourth. We were like the third or fourth island. It's the only island that had a city on it. All the other islands are cityless. There's 1.4 million people that actively live in Hawaii, and 980,000 of them were on the island that we were on. Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of them. It's not the big island.
Did you see Marcus Mariota?
I didn't see him the whole time I was there. See from there?
Yeah.
I seen Kalina.
Is that the pop? I thought that she was dead. I thought she died by her. I thought her like.
That's Selena.
Oh.
You talking about Selena?
Yeah, who'd you
I
say?
think Kalina. Kalina.
From here?
Nope.
Bean?
Nope, not Kalima. Kalina.
He was Disney star?
Nope. He was just the guy that was
Baseball player.
cooking our chicken. Met that guy. I think he cooked us one of them street chickens.
Kalina's really not a big person. You
Nope.
just-
Nope.
You put me on that wild goose chase
Put you
for
on that
nothing.
wild goose chase.
Well,
North part of the island's beautiful. East part of the island's beautiful.
it's sick.
People everywhere.
It's sickening to know that the money you spent going there, I spent half of that to go to Panama City because of my dickheads on Verbo that canceled my Gulf Shores. Yeah. Sickening, really.
But I'll tell you this. I guarantee you could eat in wherever you were at cheaper than what you can eat in Florida or Hawaii.
Well, yeah, obviously.
$70 to eat at
McDonald's.
In there.
That's true.
Camden had chicken and fries and a drink at Jollibee.
Yeah.
It was $18.
Seems excessive.
Seems a lot.
We ate, all the shrimp places. Now our we have a nurse that comes into my work and keeps us up with our our diets and regimen and everything, and
seems like it's
working well with me. I told her the first week she was I got to work about 20 minutes early on the first day back, and she was in the lobby. I said, all right, nurse. I said, we're not going to play this game today. I said, I forgot you were going to be here. It don't matter. It's irrelevant. I've been on vacation for the last week. I said, I ate a lot of fish and shrimp. She goes, well, fish and shrimp's good. I said, it was fried, of course.
Yeah, of course it was.
And she said, okay, all right. And I said, a lot of places I went, I said, I offered coleslaw. I said, I got double fries everywhere I went.
Yep.
And I ate every single one of them.
Yep.
I said, on top of that, I drank Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Busch Light in rotation. And I had a few of those. And I said, I had some Vegas bombs and some whiskey. And I said, not in excess, but I drank it. It was there. I said, then I came back and I ate pretty bad over the weekend. I said, this morning for breakfast, I've had 3 double stuffed Oreos and I'm chasing with this energy drink.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get all that out of the way before you
start asking about it. Don't even start asking about it because all that's there.
She don't even fuss on me.
Good.
She don't even fuss on me. My blood pressure was 120/80.
That's good.
Which is damn near like it was when I was 16 years old. Because I hadn't talked to my children yet that morning. My wife was still sleeping and my children were not up. So, of course, that was 120/80. I'm not going to work to relax. Pretty peaceful at work.
Yeah.
Just do your job and go home. For the most part. She did tell me. She said she was worried about my neck. She said, my neck's too. She's like, your neck.
Circumference of your neck.
She said, your shoulder. She's like, I can tell you work out. I was like, not religiously, obviously. She said, no, I can tell. I can tell you've worked out for few years. You're thick, you're wide through your shoulders. She's not worried about your neck. It's girthy. I said, yeah, it's a double chin. She goes, no, I'm at the circumference. Like
The circumference.
so you're going to have a problem with sleep apnea one day if you don't do something about that. So what do I do about that?
Yeah, you gotta lose some weight.
But I'm always a big guy, she said.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still gonna have sleep apnea. You're probably gonna die in your sleep. You know, that's not. I mean, it's just.
Lindsay wouldn't let me go to sleep last night.
She's probably afraid you're gonna die in your
I was
sleep.
breathing so heavy last night. She's like, Dustin, are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. Why? She said, you're breathing so hard. I said, I can't breathe. I'm stopped up over here. She said, is your neck, is your arm hurt? Are you having a heart? I said, no, I'm not Jeremy Mackey.
Yeah.
All love because he's still living.
Right.
If
right.
he wasn't, I love him.
Yeah.
My best friend,
Mhm.
other than Luke Sigmund.
Yeah, you're gonna die in your sleep sometime. What are you reading?
Curtis Rich.
Is he wanting to come on the show now?
He said it's going to be 11:45 where I can even think about it.
Too late. I mean, you're. That's 42 minutes from now, and that'll be in 42 minutes. We'll be an hour and a half into this podcast, and we're not starting over at that point. So
Do a second show, but
not today. We're not.
And
I got told at one point in time down in Florida. He said a guy was both getting on the elevator at the same time. I talked to everybody. I talked to every person that was standing anywhere near me
obviously,
while I was down there. And I talked to this guy for a few minutes. He goes, you know, you're about like me. He said, you should have lost about another 10 or 15 pounds before we come down here, shouldn't we? I was like,
people think that's cool.
people think it's all right. You know, I thought, you know, here's the thing. Me and you're going to both be in this elevator here in just a minute, and we're going to stand here in silence. I'm not even,
Dude,
I'm just going to stand here and stare at you.
100%. One thing on my notes here for today are why are elevators so awkward?
If you don't
Why?
start talking to the person that's in there, they're awkward. I talked to every person in there, except for the guy that told me I should have lost 10 or 15 more pounds before I got there. And I stand there and made it awkward because I thought I could make this easier, but I'm going to make it awkward because he called me fat.
I don't think they want you to talk though. People in the elevator act like
I'm going to talk to you.
You could take the most outgoing person in the world.
Put him in the elevator.
It's weird.
It's weird. You're forced into a 6x6 box with somebody that you don't know. And in Hawaii, you've got to have on a mask. Put a mask on. Put your mask on. Pull your mask up. And you know, people will turn. They'll turn to the wall if you don't have your mask on. They'll turn to the wall.
Sheep.
Get away from me.
Sheep. I just I don't understand it. I thought about this the whole time. I've always thought this thought, but like it just seemed like when I was on vacation, you get in. Like,
Yep.
what floor?
Where you going?
I'm 7.
Yep. Okay.
11. 7.
Yep.
It's a little TikTok joke for you there. You don't know about that, but anyway, yeah, it's
awkward.
It's awkward. So people at Walmart continues. Now I'm going to tell you what I saw. Then I'm going to tell you a story and tell you if I'm out of bounds on this.
Okay.
First thing I saw a guy. I was just driving through Walmart parking lot the other day.
Out of bounds.
My man was doing push-ups on the sidewalk.
There you go.
No one around him had a muscle milk. That's when like he's supposed to work out after work, and his wife called him to go get some groceries or something. My man's gonna get a workout in.
You know, there's somebody that's dying for attention. He's absolutely dying for attention.
I'm trying to see if I can find the picture of it, but
You took one. You needed to.
well, didn't need to, but I mean,
No, you did need to, as a matter of fact. And then you should have told him, say, look, I took your picture. You got some attention. Now you can continue on with your day. Did he look like somebody that was had done a lot of push-ups in his life?
no,
Oh, no.
no, absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Dang, where's it at? There's no telling. My phone reset itself when it crashed. So I don't know if it was after I got back from vacation. Let me do a quick thing here, and if I don't find it, I'll just move on. But it was strange. I mean, this old boy, I must not have it, but he looked like this little scrawny dude.
Oh, yeah.
But he had muscle milk right next to him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, how else you going to know he's working out if he don't have muscle milk sitting there? You know, if he don't have a sugary Ensure sitting there, I mean, how else are you going to know that? You know, he takes his fitness seriously.
I saw it from a distance, and I come up on him. I said, "I think he's."
I bet he flexes so hard his toes point up in there.
I bet he drives like this right here with his traps or with his triceps. Just
flexed 10 and 2, just flexed.
Watching.
He says, "I wonder if I can take my doors off this so they can see my triceps better."
I took a lot of crap over not knowing the state capitals.
Oh, yeah.
James Rinks told me he was just super making.
Well, you know, James Rinks was voted most likely to know all the state capitals when he was in school.
Rings. That's Lucas putting that hate on you. Ain't me now. Macon over Atlanta seemed like something I've really felt passionate about. I felt really confident, but Macon was over Atlanta.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it should have been. I think Atlanta's obviously the more important city.
Uh-huh.
But why did I have Macon so confident in my brain?
You were confident.
I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if you gave me 4 right now, I'd get 4 right.
Georgia.
Oh, it's Atlanta.
Oh, there you go. You know it now. Let me hit you up with a few of them real quick. I'm not going to put them up where you can see them over there.
I would cheat. That's what I would do.
I know you would.
I'm getting tired of looking like a fool on my own show.
Fuck, I just don't know what we do about it. At this point. Arkansas,
Little Rock,
California,
Sacramento.
Hit me with Florida.
Why did it hit so hard right there? Florida is Tallahassee.
Hit me with Illinois real quick.
Champaign. Chicago.
Nope.
Illinois is give me the letter it starts with.
S.
Boy, that didn't help.
Springfield.
Springfield.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Beautiful
Yep.
Springfield.
You knew it. Louisiana.
Oh, I don't know. New Orleans?
Nope.
Louisiana. Let me see. Give me the letter it starts with.
I'm going to tell you this. It starts with a B.
Oh, it's Baton Rouge.
There you go.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's the only other city I know.
Last one, Missouri.
Oh, Kansas City.
Nope.
No. Shit. Missouri, St. Louis.
Nope.
No. Well,
Jefferson City.
Nobody knows Jefferson City.
Nobody.
Did you know that?
I did. I was sitting here looking at it. Let's get one that you can
Go home.
walk off homer on. Hit me with that North Dakota.
Boise is not.
That's not Boise for sure.
North Dakota is North Dakota is is a state that's not even relevant.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, it's Bismarck. Realistically, hit me with that South Dakota real quick.
Bismarck. He died. Rest in peace. South Dakota is wow. Give me a
P.
Piedmont.
Nope.
That's
Washington. That's in Washington.
Oh. Give me 3 options.
For South Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay. Austin, Nashville, or Pierre.
Oh, it's Pierre.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I knew that in 5th grade.
I don't know.
South Dakota.
Pierre, South Dakota.
Get the hell out of here. Nobody knew that.
That's the only city in South Dakota.
If you're listening to this podcast and you think that you knew Pierre, South Dakota, you're a damn liar. Nobody knew that. You memorized it for your 5th grade chart, and that's all you know about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have not. I did know when you said North Dakota.
Yeah,
I remember.
What got me? You got me with North Dakota because you come out real hard with a book. You come out with a hard buh.
You thought I was in Idaho. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
Those states really don't matter though.
No.
And actually, I hope we don't even have subscribers in those states.
We probably don't realistically. Yeah. Hit me with that Idaho though.
It's Boise.
There it is. Bam. Got you.
Yeah, that's a good walk off.
Walk off.
So I took my kid to see Space Jam. I took all my kids to see Space Jam 2.
What do you mean you took them to see it?
Space Jam 2, it's in theaters.
I didn't know that.
It just came out last weekend. But it's on HBO Max also for you people that don't want to.
That's where I was watching it. That's where we watched it.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't know. I fell asleep.
You didn't enjoy it then?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I can't take people serious who are our age that are critiquing it. Everybody's like, oh, it was not very good.
It's not made for us.
It's for children.
It's a kid's
I saw
show.
Shaq on an interview one time and somebody was bashing Kazam. He goes, yeah, because it's for children, dipshit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That kid that was playing his son, that's probably the upper limit of the age group that's made for.
I thought it was fine. Waylon said
it didn't seem to me like this is terrible.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Waylon said, I can't believe you're taking me to see Space Jam 2. I said, yeah, I just want to get to the theater so I can remind you that LeBron James is not as good as Michael Jordan about something else.
Right.
But let's stop I'm the big nostalgia guy on the show. You're not. We all like looking. Can we stop pretending like Space Jam, the first one, won like Oscars or something?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's not the first one. I'm sorry, was the first one just the best? I mean, it was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was a good children's movie.
What year did it come out?
96.
96, yeah.
What I liked it had about the NBA players were actually in this one. Like there was a bunch of NBA players on Space Jam 2, but they were like just the cartoon characters.
That's what I was telling Kara. I said, like, you got to see the actual characters turn into something.
Yeah. They didn't even show Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard and all those guys. They just became the. I tell you what, one thing I did like about it, and you have to be a real basketball fan to kind of pick up on some of these little subtle references they did. But like one time, the bad guy, what was his name? Algie Rhythm. Yeah. He got pissed off and had the red sweater vest on. He threw a chair on the court, like Bobby Knight. You catch that.
Yeah.
The iconic photo of Dwayne Wade throwing the pass to LeBron, and LeBron's going to be dunking it, and Wade's got his arms spread out like this. Lola the rabbit threw a pass to LeBron and done that little thing. So I caught that. There was the Algie Rhythm dunked on LeBron and did the Vince Carter "It's Over" from the dunk contest. I mean, little stuff like that I thought was pretty neat that you catch, and I'd like to watch it again just to see that. But
the only one that I didn't get that far. They were still losing whenever I fell asleep. He told Anthony Davis that he needed to get rid of that unibrow.
Yeah,
that was the only one that I caught.
Man, I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
I thought. Well, I looked.
LeBron James isn't going to win any Oscars for his like acting talents yet. I mean, he might finally decide to retire and then start taking some acting classes and be really good at it. But he was obviously acting a lot of those times.
But he's very good at acting. You've seen his defense. You've seen the way he flops. He acts a lot. He's very good at it. Very good at it. I know you don't care. I do want to shout out Giannis Antetokounmpo for winning his first championship.
Well, good. Holla.
Giannis is he's a two-time MVP for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been coming up a little short. Now, I'll be real with you.
Uh-huh.
They played the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant. Of course, Harden wasn't in shape all year. Kyrie hurt his ankle. Kevin Durant hit a shot against the Bucks in the second round of the playoffs. It was a two-pointer. His foot been this much more behind the line. They would have won the game, and Brooklyn would probably be your champions right now. But Giannis scored 50 in Game 6. And I just
105-98 the final.
Yeah, they won. Phoenix won the first two, and shout out to Phoenix too, because Phoenix didn't even make the playoffs last year. And they added Chris Paul and ended up making the finals. Now a lot of things happened in the West, a lot of injuries for Phoenix to get there, but they still got there. You just don't. There's a lot of Lakers got injured, Clippers were injured. There's a lot of injuries, but what I like about Giannis, so his story is amazing. Like when you think about him, he got drafted. His first little video, he got drafted the 15th overall pick from Greece in 2013. You see him, he's just this little scrawny. He's still probably 6'7" when he's drafted 6'8". And he said, "What's your dream?" He goes, "I just want to play in the NBA." His story was in Greece. His family was poor. He would walk how many ever miles to the gym and play ball all day, all night, sleep in the gym, whatever. So when he made the NBA, he was sending all of his money, anything he could get, home. And there was a story of this person just tweeted the other day after he come out. He said that they saw a player running one day, pouring rain, for a game. He said, "Is that Giannis? Is that our rookie?" And he said, "Yeah." He said basically he took a cab to Western Union to wire a bunch of money home to his family, to his mother and father and brothers, and said he sent so much money of his rookie deal that he was out of money, couldn't afford a taxi back.
So he had to run back.
And this couple put him in the back of their little Honda or whatever. So they got autographs from him. They didn't take a picture. In hindsight, they wish they would have. They said just how good he was. And I've heard stories that like these veterans will take their shoes and they recycle them. They just throw them out after a couple games. They'll use them, throw them away. He was hoarding. He was taking up all of his teammates' shoes and sending them back to his brothers in Greece.
Really?
So you just love it he's like the anti-LeBron. For somebody who's not a LeBron fan like myself, LeBron been given everything since age 16. Not that he didn't work and have obviously hell of a talent. But Giannis is the anti everything.
Uh-huh.
He stayed in Milwaukee, which, I mean, Milwaukee's a big enough city, but in terms of the NBA, it's a small market franchise.
Uh-huh.
They hadn't won a championship since 1971. And when he signed there, his first deal, his first contract was, I don't know. I read it the other day. It was like,
he's a big unit. 26 years old. He's 6'11", 242 pounds.
oh, he's put on so much muscle.
He's kind of huge.
Yeah, no, he's a big guy.
Yeah.
His contract, he re-signed there. He done the max. He got he's on like a $228 million contract right now. When he re-signed, I thought, crap, he's never gonna win a championship in Miami or in Milwaukee.
Right.
He's gonna be a guy that never wins a championship because they're just not as good, and free agents just don't flock to Milwaukee.
Right.
What's cool about this story is he ends up winning a championship with the team that drafted him, small market team. He doesn't leave. He even said that in his presser after the game. He goes, I could have went to a super team. I could have joined up with all these guys and won it the easy way, but I won it the hard way.
Uh-huh.
And Chris Middleton was the player his sidekick kind of, and he was a second-round draft pick, not by Milwaukee. He was just thrown in as like an afterthought in a throw-in in a trade. So he comes there.
Who'd you say that was?
Chris Middleton was his name.
Okay.
So, his rookie contract was 3 years, $8.6 million.
Giannis's?
Yeah. That was in 2013. In 2017, he signed a new deal for 4 years, $100 million.
Oh, bam.
And then he signed his extension a couple years ago for 5 years, $228 million.
Woo!
He can afford them tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And cab fares now. So.
Probably stop hoarding tennis shoes now.
He stopped after they won a championship and ordered a 50-piece Chick-fil-A nugget.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Which was, I just love it that in the era of where everybody's teaming up and you've got your Kyries and KDs and everybody playing with the Nets. LeBron's always, about the super team life, and he did it his way. And Middleton was never supposed to be anything. Like I said, he was an afterthought, trade asset, just thrown in just to complete a deal. Ends up averaging over 20 in the finals, big clutch shots. And then, so what I remember about Giannis, like when he got drafted, I don't remember it necessarily. Then Waylon was like, oh, did you see Giannis Antetokounmpo last night? I was like, what the hell did you say? Who?
Yeah.
And then I remember the first time I ever remember seeing a highlight of him, Middleton threw it up, I think it was Middleton, and he went up over Tim Hardaway Jr. in the Garden and caught an alley-oop, like jumped over him.
Oh, my God.
In the air. And I was like, oh, my God. I said, you said Antetokounmpo? I said, yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's what I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I said, I still don't know how to say it. And I had to have Waylon give me a tutorial on how to say his name for weeks.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, I was like, man, I really like this guy. And then I was like, he's different than a lot of these other stars. So I started kind of rooting for him because when Shaq retired in 2011, I didn't have a player.
Right.
There for the first couple years, I didn't really have anybody. Then I started liking Kevin Durant because the Oklahoma City Thunder were built the right way. It wasn't free agency. They drafted in successive years. They drafted Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. And I'm like, they're building through the draft. That's the old school way to do it. And then he left to go to, I was like, I'm on the fence about him. I started liking Steph Curry. Golden State was built through the draft. So all these people that say like Golden State was a blah, 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 they built the right way. They drafted Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson. Okay? They built the old school NBA way. So I kind of rooted for Durant and Curry those couple years. But it wasn't until Shaq started endorsing Giannis.
Oh yeah, now he's your guy, right?
Well, he was on TV one night. He said, "Forget Dwight Howard, forget all these players, blah blah blah. Giannis is Superman." He said it like last year, I think.
Right.
That's when I was like, okay, now I'm rooting for this guy. So Shaq tweeted after the game. He said, "Congratulations, Giannis. Thanks for bringing old school bully ball basketball back. It's only one Superman now, and that's you." And I thought, "Yep, you're my guy.
That's it.
You're my guy." It's just really cool.
What happened to the Lakers? Why weren't the Lakers in?
Anthony Davis got hurt.
What about Golden State?
So Steph, basically they were down to Klay. Klay would just come off an ACL, recover from he missed all last season with a torn ACL. Then as soon as he got ready to come back, he popped his Achilles.
Oh gosh!
So Steph played lights out this year. It was like their team wasn't good, but he was MVP candidate. So they should come back healthy next year, and hopefully Golden State will be back in it. Lakers just kind of went down. LeBron's getting older. Anthony Davis got injured, but Charles Barkley calls him day-to-day Davis.
You know, the guy who I'm horrible with names. The NBA player that had the Superman claimed to be a Superman. That's supposed to have been
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. But does he even play anymore?
Damn Superman. Yeah, he bounces around from team to team
One of those guys
every year. He won a championship with the Lakers last year, though.
And then they traded him off.
They just got rid of him. Yeah, nobody keeps him. So this one bar in Milwaukee. So Giannis is not a good free throw shooter. He's decent, which is also that's a good Shaq thing. But like his thing is, you're supposed to have 10 seconds to shoot a free throw, and he was just taking forever, and the crowd was chanting loudly. So Crow Bar and Grill in Milwaukee tweeted, "Come watch the Bucks at Crow Bar Tuesday night. Beer specials during the game and get a free shot on every Giannis free throw made." He's been shooting, whatever. Game 6, he shot 17 of 19 from the free throw line.
Oh gosh. Kind of ruined their day.
Yeah. Said, how many people took you up on 17 shots? And the bar said, all of them.
Yeah.
And the headline said, and they all died. So, it's always cool to see. He may never win another championship because the East is going to come back even more loaded with Philly and Brooklyn. But, man, it was really cool to see an old school kind of guy with a good work ethic, good story win a championship. For me, that was probably the happiest I've ever seen for a player to win a championship since Shaq.
There's Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, Joseph Bania.
It looks a lot like you with his shirt off.
Oh yeah, none of his kids he had with Maria Shriver look anything like him.
Really?
Yeah, this is the one he had with his little Guatemalan housekeeper, and looks just like him.
Pretty jacked, isn't he?
He's a big kid. A great big kid. Great big kid.
Just once again, we show about muscles. We walked past a guy. At the beach.
Yeah. Monster.
I was in the back.
My
aunt and Lindsay were in the front. They didn't turn around.
Oh yeah, it wasn't for them.
No,
right?
Don't get me wrong. They may have checked him out full front on the way up when I was behind them.
But you're the one that turned around and checked him on the way back.
Like a fag.
Yeah,
straight just turned around and was like, "Damn, that dude was jacked."
There's this great big kid that was our waiter at some place we went to, and I was the only one that noticed. I was the only one that said anything about how big he was. We were at we were at a luau. We went to a luau. It was beautiful. The whole thing going on. The one guy up there, I couldn't quit. I couldn't quit looking at him. He's a big Hawaiian guy. But built like The Rock. From a distance, he looked like The Rock. Had a chiseled jaw, and I thought he's got abs too. The Rock can't get abs. The Rock's 265 pounds, shredded, got veins in his face, can't get abs. Look at this guy's abs. And I was sitting there looking at it, and Kara said, "This is neat." And I said, "Yeah, look at that handsome son of a bitch." So
yeah.
I was like, she didn't say that. I did. She didn't mention a word about it.
I know. It's really weird. We're closet homos.
No, I'm not even in the closet. I was telling my wife how handsome the guy was. I just fell right out into it.
I said, "Did you see that guy?" No. I said, "Come on, Lindsay."
Yeah, tell me.
You can admit that the guy, I didn't notice him.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, doesn't look at that. He's jacked.
Turn around and look at him.
Jacked.
Yeah. There's this Hawaiian guy that come through of a morning. He'd been running. He'd come through running. Shredded. He did every push up.
All of them.
And I caught him like 2 or 3 times thinking, handsome guy. Good job. Good job. You did a really good job.
Oh, man, we went to St. Louis last week. I had to go out there for some work stuff.
Did all of you go?
Well, but it was, I had to work around, all that. And it's kind of whatever. But, so we got to see the arch. The arch we couldn't go up in it. It was sold out for the day, but got to see the arch and went to a baseball game down there at Busch Stadium. I run into Quentin at the Dairy Burger the other night, and he was like, "I seen you when you blah, 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 went down to." He's like, "I think you're starting to like it a little bit." And everybody's telling me that. Brandon Howell said, "Wow, Dustin, first you talk good about LeBron and Space Jam, and now you're going to baseball. You're coming out." It's crazy, man. I've only been to Titan Stadium. It's the only stadium I've ever been to in football. Never been to any opposing team stadium. NBA, I've only been to Memphis and Atlanta. Been to 3 damn baseball stadiums. Don't even like it. Don't even like the sport.
Can't quit going.
Atlanta, Tampa, and now St. Louis.
You might as well just start watching games.
Yeah. Well, we left in the bottom of the fourth. I bought tickets literally. I found $4 tickets. Mackie was texting me.
That's the thing, man. You can't go to a basketball game or a hockey game or anything like that on a whim and get not spend $200 on tickets. But you can go for free to watch a baseball game a lot of times.
I spent more money at the concession stand the first trip.
I'll guarantee it.
I did on tickets. But no, our kids were wild. Imagine that. Bayless was acting a fool.
Why
Jack
wouldn't
was
it be?
acting a fool. And I just looked over at Lindsay one point, and I was like,
You ready to go?
She just looked defeated, and I said, hey, bottom this in, let's go.
Yeah.
She goes, no, you spent money. I was like, it's $40.
Yeah, we're
I was like, it's just
might
go.
as well
It's not worth you being through hell
Yeah.
the rest of this game. So St. Louis is a beautiful city, though.
I've heard mixed reactions on it.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
But it was pretty.
Depending on what side of it you're on.
I Googled it, and it said it was the most walkable city in the United States.
As long as you stay inside the right part
I
of the
think
city.
that can fall in any.
One of the cab drivers told me not to go up into the mountains of the city I was at.
I just think, I think
It's everywhere, right?
any city.
Yeah.
I get sketchy going on the wrong part of Red Bull and Springs. It's the damn ghetto over there. When the hell Red Bull and Springs get so ghetto?
I don't know.
Ghetto.
I didn't notice it.
You didn't notice it?
Mm-mm.
It's a trash heap.
It doesn't look any different than what it's ever looked.
And it does too.
No, I don't think.
Remember when we was a kid, had a swimming pool, he had some nice
Oh,
stuff
now,
over there?
yeah.
He had some stuff over there.
I had a few things. Yeah.
What's going on in Red Bowling?
I don't know. There ain't no. I don't know. It's fine.
I went in the gas station the other day.
Well, it depends on which one you go to. Gas station wise, you know what I mean.
Like shout out RBS Market, which is a sponsor of the North Springs Music Festival, but I was at the other one. Not a damn tooth in the building.
Oh yeah, now you can't go over there with the expectations of like everybody's going to have all their teeth or nothing.
No, I'm just saying. I lock, I lock my vehicle when I go in the gas station.
Really, no reason to not. Over there.
I'm just telling you. I would be more worried in Red Bull and Springs than I was in St. Louis for 3 days.
You're probably wrong there. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't feel a slight bit in danger in St. Louis. Every time I go to that bottom of the barrel, what's the right word for what I want to say about Red Bowling right now?
I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I got a lot of family over there, so I'm not going to say it.
It's like hillbilly redneck, but nobody's hillbilly redneck over there because they all think they're a different ethnic. Nobody wants to be white in Red Bull, and that's the first thing. Either everybody doesn't want to be white, or they all want to be like cowboys.
Now that happens a time. I've seen that happen over there a few times.
Either they're wearing FUBU or Wrangler.
Now that happens.
There's really no in between. Kids don't wear American Eagle over there. Kids don't wear. It's either FUBU or Wrangler.
Yeah. Saw two dudes making out at the store the other day while I was over there.
You don't see that every day in there.
You don't. I it didn't even. I don't care. I'm just saying that you don't see that a lot over there.
Yeah.
I thought, well, check that out. I'm gonna go on.
When I drive through this, I just feel like I bet there's a lot of morphine needles in this town.
Well, I don't know if I would say morphine, but that woman that was looking for a Vicodin in Hawaii,
she came from Red
probably
Bowling.
could have come from Red Bowling.
I'm kidding, Red Bowling, when you hear this,
but not really. Some of it he's not kidding about. Do better on some situations.
There got to be trashy hillbilly somewhere, and
yeah. Well be there.
And I'd even take back some of the stuff I said about Tompkinsville. I've been on record as saying Tompkinsville is the most beautiful place in the world when it comes to women. And boy, I saw some. I actually spent some time there yesterday, as I said,
and changed your mind a little bit. Maybe.
There's some rough ones. There's some rough folks.
Yeah, I was.
There's some rough people.
I was up there the other day, and somebody asked me to take a picture for. I was in Walmart. They said, "Can I take your picture and put it on Facebook?" I said, "No. As a matter of fact, you cannot take my picture and put it on Facebook." Not only the fact that I don't have Facebook. Second, I don't really want there to be evidence that I was up here.
Why do you want to take your picture?
I don't know. They were looking to try to get stuff on Facebook, and I happened to be the only person that was in Walmart at that point in time.
Who asked you? Walmart?
I'm not saying.
Walmart asked you?
A Walmart employee did, yeah. Said, "Can I take your picture?" I said, "No, you can't."
They offer you $20 to do it?
No.
Was it in the parking lot?
I knew the person. No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I tell you, people crazy. Red Bowling, though.
They do be crazy.
What even got started about that? Why did I start?
I don't know. I don't know what
Red
happened
Bull?
there. You do.
I was talking about St.
You do. You talked about St. Louis and how dangerous it is, and then you start talking about the meth heads over in Red Bull.
I just feel like I just feel like they could do better. I don't know.
Some of them can.
Maybe not.
Some of them
Maybe
could.
not.
Some of them
I
can't.
like Red Bull. I'm glad it's convenient to my house and I can go there to the dollar store.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They're not going to continue to let you come if we're talking to them about it.
Okay. Keep 3 on this movie. I found this poll. Lonesome Dove.
Uh-huh.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
True Grit.
Uh-huh. Which
John Wayne.
Uh-huh.
Roadhouse.
Uh-huh.
Joe Dirt.
Uh-huh.
Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights.
Uh-huh.
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yep.
And Smokey the Bandit.
Okay. Well, True Grit for sure.
You're keeping it.
I'm keeping True Grit with John Wayne.
Never seen it myself.
Okay. I'm going to keep Lonesome Dove.
It's a must.
Yeah. And then I think, there's some good other movies on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept the first 2 because that's what you do when you're from Clay County. Because it would have been, if I didn't keep the John Wayne movie, it would have been, that would be blasphemy. And, Gus and Captain Call, they don't take no lip from no Midland bartenders, or whatever it goes. But, I'm going to say Talladega Nights.
Boom.
That's one of the best. That's one of the best movies ever.
It is.
Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt's all right in spurts. It's just, it don't have the hold up.
Joe Dirt's the first one. Joe Dirt's the second one I'm putting off the list.
Joe Dirt don't have that hold up. It ain't. Oh, brother, where art thou? It was fine. We thought you was a toad. That's the only memorable line. We thought you was a toad. Do not seek the treasure. We thought you was a toad.
I've never saw it.
Okay.
Never
it's not
saw
that
it.
good.
I didn't love nothing about that quote.
It's the most memorable.
If that's the best quote,
that's the only one I can remember.
The song is what
I'm not a fop man. I'm a Dapper Dan man. I'm not a Dapper Dan man. I'm a fop man. Maybe that's it.
So you don't even know.
I don't even know. It wasn't that good.
The Man of Constant Sorrow song is what came out of that.
And George Clooney didn't even sing it himself. He was a man of constant sorrow. He is. I think he's a fop man. I think that's what it is. I'm not a Dapper Dan man. I'm a fop man.
Still don't care.
Yep.
I don't care. You can word it however you want to.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care about it.
Yep.
Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt was all right 20 years ago.
You know what the biggest crock of shit was? Joe Dirt too. He didn't need the second one. Joe Dirt.
Nobody asked for it.
David Spade, that first one was kind of a cult hit.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
I didn't know there was a second one. If I did, I don't know. I didn't know it. True Grit I've never saw, so I can be blasphemy in Clay County. I'll go live in Red Bowling. It don't matter. Billy Madison don't hold up for me.
It doesn't.
Stop looking at me, Schwan. It was pretty. There's some.
It was
decent
funny
parts
in
of
the '90s, right?
Pissing your pants. If pissing your pants is cool, consider me Miles Davis. There's some lines.
Mm-hmm.
There's some lines of Billy Madison.
Yeah.
But they don't hold up like Happy Gilmore did. What year was Joe Dirt 2? 2015. Wow, I don't remember it.
Brittany Daniel.
Mark McGrath was in it from Sugar Ray. Get more ass than Mark McGrath.
Yep.
That's a Kid Rock lyric.
Yep. Gotcha.
Smokey the Bandit, I'm not keeping. I know.
No. Smoking the Bandit's fine also.
I'm keeping Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump and Talladega Nights.
That's good.
Forrest Gump, man. Like, if you've got the 3 hours to watch it. Well, she's a hot little girl, ain't she?
Mm-hmm.
Little girl. Forrest Gump, man, if you got the time, Forrest Gump is...
There's a lot. Forrest Gump's a lot of movie, though. You know what I mean?
He did a lot in his lifetime, didn't he? We've all met a guy that's like Forrest Gump that's lived in 65 states. And
I hollered, go back home to Greenbow, Alabama the other day at somebody in the parking lot. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. And I was mad about Greenbow, Alabama the other day. It holds up. It still holds up.
Yeah.
He jumped up and bit me in my ass or whatever he said, in my buttocks.
Roadhouse was good.
Roadhouse is fantastic. Such a good movie.
I think it holds up. I was watching.
What if somebody calls my mama a whore? Is she? It's cold. How easy cooler?
I watched it about 2 months ago.
Did you?
So there and watched it on the. I watch it. I'll watch Roadhouse every time it's on.
Well, there you go.
And Talladega Nights, of course, it's
Talladega Nights is. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence.
Yeah.
Are we about to get it on? Because I'm harder than a rock and
a diamond in an ice storm.
Diamond in an ice storm, yeah.
When he starts in the middle of the
turn away.
Yeah. You know, Talladega Nights is just such a good movie.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I threw Grandpa Chip's war medals off the ring. I come at you like a spider monkey. Oh, God dang. The awful, always delicious Taco Bell. I'll hold your hair. Let me hold your hair for you.
Shake and bake.
Hey, damn, man. We go on and on with this shit.
It's a good movie. I'm keeping it.
It is good. Here's the NBA for you.
Speaking of NBA, why in the hell is our Olympic basketball team, why can't they beat anybody?
It's Olympics, man.
Yeah, but we used to beat
I agree, because they're sending bums over there. They're sending
Kevin
bums.
Durant.
Well, he's the exception to that comment, but
their leader's a bum, apparently. Who's the main guy that they've got over there playing?
Kevin Durant would have been, I would imagine.
No, he's not even the team captain.
Probably because they're afraid if he loses, he'll go play with Australia or somebody.
Yeah.
Little snake. Here's a good one after the finals of the day. Bench one of these players. You got to keep 5 in your starting lineup. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Shaquille O'Neal.
What am I doing to him?
You're just benching one?
Just bench one. LeBron. I'll bench LeBron. I'll put LeBron on the sideline.
So your starting lineup will be
Steph, Kobe, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, and whoever the other person was.
You know, I looked at the comments on this section just to see what people would say, and the most, a lot of people were benching Kobe because they said he's the carbon copy of Michael Jordan, but he's not better than Michael Jordan. You've got Michael Jordan,
right?
So why do you need Kobe Bryant? So then a lot of people said Curry because Curry's just not as good as the rest of them. A lot of people were saying Shaq because he can't hit a free throw, and they're going small ball.
I don't know. I still like a team that's got a center in it. You know, I know that's not the way the NBA plays now as much, but I like it. I like a team that's got a center in it.
Yeah, I'll just, I don't know. I would go with, I would either sit. It's tough. I'm keeping Jordan and Shaq, obviously.
Right. Well, you got to keep Michael Jordan. I don't give a shit who else you. You know, it can be anybody else on the team, but Michael Jordan's going to play.
I'm having real hard trouble. I may keep Curry just because of his shooting.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Why would anybody set Curry?
He's the best shooter of that of ever.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Some nights I don't even think he's the best shooter on his own team, but other nights he's the best shooter ever.
You know, it's between him and Ray Allen.
Yeah, I think so too. I just think that. I'll probably bench LeBron, so I don't have to look at him. You know, I'm gonna
right.
cut him. Yeah, I'm gonna cut him. Starting or Kobe probably. I like Kevin Durant's game a lot. You know,
he's like so tall and lanky. You know, he's such an interesting thing to look at whenever he's playing because it doesn't. You know, the way he moves doesn't make sense because he's so tall and long, and there's no he's got no muscle whatsoever on him. But he has no fat on him either.
When I saw his legs in real life,
it's crazy, isn't it? I'm not seeing him. I'm not seeing him in real life, but
it's crazy. No, but I also might cut Kobe off that. I just. I
mean, it's too early to cut Kobe right now.
You still got to
hold on to him a little while longer.
Yeah. A couple random things here. Dale Franklin. I saw Dale Franklin the other night.
Just give him a kiss.
He said, "I'm sick of hearing your voice."
Mine. Oh, yours. Yeah.
He said, Matt has been listening to y'all's podcast again,
hilarious.
And he said, "I'm sick of hearing your voice." He said, I asked Matt, "Don't you get tired of hearing that?" I said, "The answer should be yes."
Yeah, he very well should.
If he listens to 2 episodes a day, that's plenty.
That's too many.
It's too many.
Yeah.
He said he was listening the other day, and Sharon said, "Dale, did he say your name?" I said, "Well, if it was talking about you being a cheapskate on on handing out food."
Yeah, maybe we did, Dale. And turn this up, Matt, and let him hear it again.
I said, "I hope to God you know I'm joking, Dale, but really."
You cheapskate.
No. Hey, Dale did I'm being serious I ate the Dairy Burger all the time when Dale ran it. Not as much towards the last few years ago I lived in Cookville, but Dale did a great job of down there and I always loved him. But Peanut was cooking. That's how it is. Y'all can fight it out yourself, Dale. When Peanut was there, he'd get more fries than you.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy who likes fries.
Here's the thing, at the very least he'd fill up the bag.
Yeah.
Dale Franklin ain't filling up no bag.
Dale was the owner, though. He had an overhead to consider.
Oh, yeah. Peanut was He's trying to make up for how much Peanut's giving out, so I can tell you.
Yeah. Peanut was the rebel brother band.
Yeah.
FM kids.
Yeah.
I'm getting on.
I feel like that if Dale might have gave a little bit more, Peanut might have gave a little less. That's all I'm saying.
Happy medium here, boys.
Yeah.
Happy medium.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. And
Hey, before we get off here, thank a bunch of people for sponsoring and tell them about what you got coming up on music festivals.
Music festival is 3 months away. Thank a lot of our sponsors. Next week I will thank all my sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me. We do have a new sponsor, Tierra Brown, attorney at law in Tompkinsville, Kentucky, just joined us up this week. Katrina's Closet in Gainesboro. Todd Lynn over in Salina at the Happy Sack.
Todd.
He's got the Happy Sack and the Dale Hollow One Stop gas station.
I didn't know that.
Man, it goes on and on. I said I didn't have it in front of me, but so far, Brenda Keith, Don Franken Chevrolet, Johnson's Auto Parts, Brent Duffer Excavating, Hunter Caps at Dent Force, Wanda Lynn at Fox Floors, the Realty Firm in Gainesboro, Dairy Burger in Hermitage Springs, Anderson Funeral Home, Gary and Donna Jones, Mission 931, Keisha Harper, Trina's Closet, H&H Hardware in Gainesboro, Elliott Brown and his family, Brown's Farms, RBS Market, RBS Wine and Liquor, that's my favorite place in Red Bowling Springs, and Hannah Smith at the Hair Haven, Barky Beaver, Shane Smith, Brick Nutrition in Cookville. For sure, go by and get one of their shakes or teas. Tierra Brown, like I said, and we've got some sponsors coming up I need to get up with, but BJ Up Church, Country Cabin Market in Gainesboro, Stafford's Diesel in Gainesboro, Randy Cherry at the
Cutting Edge.
Alexa Miller, Dentist Office, Music City Toys and Collectibles, Clint Connor, Winona Thomas, JB's Barbecue, and Brandon Gregory at Making Collision, and
Randy's Cutting Edge Metalworks now. I said that wrong.
Okay, there you go. I just had their names for everybody, and got a couple more sponsors I need to settle up with, but that's the big ones there for the North Springs Music Festival, and that's, of course, like I said, 3 months away this weekend.
You going to talk about the other one yet?
And one more time, of course, you got Alex Williams out on tour next month with Cody Jinks. Mm-hmm. Just kind of put that in perspective. This guy's going on a full tour with Cody Jinks, and he's playing in North Springs in October. Don't sleep on him. Julie Roberts, Breakdown Here, all the hits Julie Roberts is responsible for in the mid-2000s. She's making her comeback. Logan Halstead, the young kid out of West Virginia, is drawing all the comparisons to Tyler Childers. Check him out. Rye Davis. List goes on and on.
When she sings "Sure Hate to Break Down Here," that in Jackson County, that's going to be the most she's ever meant that song. I sure hate to break down here.
Yeah, no kidding. Caleb Leanne, Mike DeMeza, the Smoky Knights.
Don't sleep on Mike DeMeza either. If you haven't heard him, you can go back and listen to him on our podcast. Did a fantastic job. I can't remember when that
He's
was.
really finally starting to play more. He's been picking up a lot of shows here lately. He's been playing a lot more, which he needs to be. And then Addison Johnson. I went and seen Addison, the Bull and Thistle, the night. Addison opened a show for, Red Shahan, and then, my goodness, Kendall Marvel is who I was thinking of. Kendall's wrote a lot of songs for Stapleton and Jamie Johnson over the years, and got to play a show for him the other night. So really, really big. And so then, of course, the new show promoting 6 weeks away. Salina, Tennessee, September 4th, eventbrite.com. Chris Knight with open act, Addison Johnson. Big shout out. It's not even been announced publicly yet, but Lee J. Eminent, the full sponsor there. Lee J. told me a couple months ago, he's like, you get Chris Knight, I want to be the main sponsor. So big thank you to Lee J. He's helped tremendously with that one and that effort. And we're more than over sold out, 50% sold out.
Nice.
So limited tickets available, eventbrite.com. Chris Knight, $30 tickets. It'll be $5 more at the door if we're not sold out, but I expect a full sellout. And I went over and looked at that place, man. It's
nice. It's a real nice outfit.
It's a perfect.
Perfect for that. Mike DeMeza, it was episode 45.
Golly.
That was March 11th, 2017.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
We need to get him back down here.
Yeah.
He's down here all the time.
He ain't here.
Just not here. And Addison Johnson, you can go back and look at his, and I would expect
Mike, actually, if you want to listen to some of his music, you can listen to it on hour episode. Addison Johnson was episode 165, which is, did I say March 11th a while ago?
For who?
For Mike DeMeza?
Yeah.
It's fantastically weird. March 10th. 4 years apart.
You know, and you can, as far as looking these guys up, Alex Williams has got the Better Than Myself album 2017. It's top to bottom. You know, he was signed on to Big Machine record label. He was on True Grit for a while, the same record label as Cody Jinks and Ward Davis. Doing his own thing now. And Julie, you can find her songs, Breakdown Here, Wake Up Older, Men in Mascara, so many songs. Rod Davis has got several things on iTunes. He's got his Story to Tell full album. He's got Cut to Tape, the EP, and he's got Live at the Spillway and Bowling Green album on iTunes. Addison's got several records and EPs on iTunes. Mike's got the music, like Lucas mentioned. Smoky Knight's all over the place. Catch them at a show in the Bull and Thistle prior to this. Logan Halstead, mostly YouTube videos right now. And Caleb and Leanne, all over the Cookeville scene. They played Granville yesterday at the marina.
Oh, really?
Leanne's the daughter of Philip Gibbons, you know, the big legendary voice, country giant for all the years. So really shaping up to be a heck of a lineup down there.
That's nice.
Like I said, Chris Knight's the main. That's like kind of like I was all full throttle on North Springs Music Festival. Chris Knight kind of follows in your lap like that.
You take it.
You take it, man. I'm telling you. We sold 85 tickets in one day.
Oh, I guarantee it. He was so big, and he may still be super big here, but he was so big here there for so long.
You know, I was looking at his albums this morning, and he's on his 9th album. He released his last album was released in 2019 called Almost Daylight. He's got a song with Leanne Womack on there. Had a song with John Prine on there just prior to John Prine's passing. That's really a good album. It's you know, and that's the first one he'd had since Little Victories in 2012. It's really hard for me to skip any Chris Knight songs.
Yeah, here's the thing. Don't come to his concert thinking you're going to holler out and he's going to sing what you want him to sing either.
Shit don't fly. I've seen it real life.
That ain't going to work. You're just going to come and you're going to listen to what he's want to sing.
His debut album was in 1997, the self-titled album had It Ain't Easy Being Me, Framed, Bring the Harvest Home, Something Changed, House of 90 Acres, Summer of 75, Love in a 45. I mean, there's not one bad song. It's a 12-song album.
Mm-hmm.
Follow that up with Pretty Good Guy in 2001. Of course, that had Down the River, Becky's Bible, Old Patch Town, Highway Junkie, The Jealous Kind. That said 2008. That's actually 2003. I don't know why iTunes is smoking. But, man, that just, in this area, it don't get any bigger.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ever.
But again, thank you, Lee J. Amonette, my official sponsor for the Chris Knight concert. And that's just, you know, we had some other people that was talking about being sponsors for Salina, and no disrespect at all. I love any sponsorship and any help I can get. It's always appreciated. But Lee J asked to be the sole sponsor on this, and he took on a lot of the burden, and I mean all of it.
Yeah, by a significant margin.
You know, so you know, much respect to Lee J for Lee J's our age, and he just, you know, he's a couple years older than us, but same time period to enjoy some Chris Knight. So
yeah.
It's a good one.
Yep.
So, yeah, get your tickets. All tickets for both those events on eventbrite.com. We're working on some other things, too. We're going to try to put some stuff out soon, some new stuff. So,
you got anything else?
No, Brittany Daly finally got a show. Brittany Daly's been on me, said we were slacking. So,
there you go, Brittany.
So, a month later, we got you a podcast.
James Rinks, if I was too hard on you earlier, I apologize.
Rinks is jacked up, beautiful man. He's another guy you walk past, like, damn, look at the traps on that dude.
And that's why I give you such a hard fucking time.
So,
all right, everybody.